see how this goes. I'm going to try to glue that mirror into this frame. This is mirror construction adhesive. The funny part about this is I probably didn't need to remove that old adhesive off the back of this mirror after all. All right, let's hope that does the trick. So I just looked up this adhesive online and it says it takes 48 hours to cure. That's a long time. I'm not sure how long I have to let this sit before I can move it around though. I guess I'll just keep poking at it every now and then and see. One thing I did was all of the gaps in between the two sides, because it was a little loose on the sides, I just kind of filled those up like caulking and then just, you know, spread my finger down it. I really want to see the other side of this, make sure that I didn't get any of that adhesive squeezing out into the mirror side. I think I'll give it a little bit longer though before I try to peek under there. I don't want to shift it around. All right, so I waited like 24 hours, then I flipped this around and it seems to be holding in there, although that adhesive, I guess by being cured it means it's hard, because right now it's still kind of soft, which was kind of a good thing because there were a couple of squeeze out parts in here that I was easily able to just cut off with a razor blade. Here's one more thing I thought I would simplify. On my last video I talked about hanging this on the wall and just putting some screws in here, probably some anchors into the drywall if I can't find the stud there. And I mentioned plugging those with a dowel and then just painting over it, but I think an even simpler way is just paint the heads of those screws. It's not that big of a deal if you see those. They're going to be painted to match that, and it'll be a lot easier if I ever want to take this down or replace it with something else than having to deal with dowels that are glued in there. You know, I try not to hoard things, but the one thing I always seem to have on hand are dowels. I have all different sizes of dowels, but for some reason, I just like having them. I use them for all kinds of things, so let's make a project using those. So what I want to make is another project submitted by a viewer over on that Christmas gift making ideas folder. If you still want to look through all of those, there's tons of ideas. I'll include the link down in the description. I love this little snowman ornament from Matthew Lombard. I think this is a great idea. Simple project. You can easily make a few of these in an afternoon if you want and give them away for gifts or put them on your own tree. I feel like I've made these before, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he was doing one of my designs. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to start out with a wide diameter. Is that what you say? A wide diameter? A large diameter dowel. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's that wide. This is one of those projects that all you got to do is look at the picture. You don't need me. I don't know why I'm here. This is also one of the projects that is like, it's sure video death if I was to put the finished picture of this project in the thumbnail. Because you would look through it, anybody would look through it and just go, oh, that's very cute, but why do I need to watch the video? Because it's plain, it's a bunch of dowels sliced up. Yep, Lockdown 2.0, the second season. This time it's personal. I put a zero clearance insert plate in my table saw so these slices wouldn't drop down in there. I was just up editing this video and I wanted to take a moment to point out the cinematography and the artistry of that last shot. Notice the harsh sunlight completely obscuring me in shadow and the raw cinema verite of the camera shadow right on the table saw. You just try to find another woodworking channel with that level of care and attention to detail. I think that worked. I need a flat surface on each of these round pieces so that they can stick together. So what I'm gonna do is just use my chisel to chop away a part of each one. Here's one I just did. I probably cut a little bit too much off of each one. So I'm gonna take a little less off of these. I just wanna make sure that I'm going with the grain and it'll just split evenly. If you don't have a chisel, you could also just use a random orbit sander to just sand these surfaces flat. This lower part of the hat I cut thinner than the body, and then I used a smaller diameter dowel for the top of the hat. I forgot to chop a little off their heads so that the hat can sit on top. This reminds me of the gas station scene in Dawn of the Dead. A zombie gets the top of his head chopped off with helicopter blades. I just need to drill a couple holes for his arms. This part reminds me of Driller Killer or Slumber Party Massacre. They had a Driller Killer in that too. I need a hole for his carrot nose. I had to switch over to acrylic paint for these because that spray paint just soaks into that end grain of those dowels and it just won't cover it. So acrylic paints cover really nicely. I've got these thinner dowels for his arms and nose. Well, there you go, 3 snowmen. I drilled holes through their hats to hang them with. I think they turned out really cute. Super easy to make. I hope you guys give it a shot. Matthew, thank you for submitting that picture. I really liked it and it was a fun project to do. I'll see you guys next time.